Okay, the next thing we want to do after we've created the damaged areas inside of this single panel is we want to go ahead and create the 4-up panel. Now, this tutorial creates a 4-up. You can do whatever you want. You could do 10-up. You can do, really, it's up to you. You can also do, we're doing a rectangular image. You could make the image square. And if you look at some of the Warhols, particularly the Marilyn, there's one of Marilyn Monroe that's, I can't remember how many panels, but they're square. And I believe that image is horizontal. Actually, you know what? I'll link to that on the blog so you can see that. That also might come in handy because that's where we're actually taking from the color palettes from the Marilyn for this tutorial. So you'll see, you'll recognize where we got some of the colors for this tutorial from that original Warhol image of Marilyn Monroe. Okay, so if you still have the other files open from the previous tutorial, let's go ahead and turn those or get rid of those just to free up some of our space because this image is going to get pretty big here shortly. Okay, so go ahead and just if that's still open, close that. So you're looking at just the folder there. Now we want to, we're going to create a larger canvas so we can have 4 up here. So the first thing we're going to want to do is go to Image, Canvas Size, and then go from percentage, or change it over to percentage. This is the easy way of doing this. Just make it 200%. And click upper left hand corner, so that'll locate this one in the upper left hand corner. Click OK. Oh, I goofed. Let's try again. Image, canvas size, percent on both, and 200 and 200. That's where I went wrong. And make sure it's in the upper left hand corner. There we go. Okay. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to create a background texture image, and for now, we'll just go with just a regular color. So we'll go to, we'll click on create a new layer, put that at the bottom of the stack here, and we'll just label that paper. Okay, and let's go ahead and fill that. So over here, you'll see you have a background. Well, this might be different on yours, but if it's not black and white, go ahead and click on this to make it black and white, and make sure white is the background color here. And we're just going to do a Command Delete, and that'll fill that background with white. Okay, so now we're going to get into actually laying these out. So select on your folder there, and we're just going to lay these across. Boom, 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 boom here. And there's an easy way to do this. We're going to, if you hold down, make sure you're selected, make sure your cursor selected, and that's V on your keyboard. And if you hold down Command and Option at the same time, do you see those two little cursors? See those two arrows, how they change like that? It's ready to duplicate your whatever selected over here. So let's do that, boom, and we're just going to slide those across like that. And your snap tool, if it's not turned on, go ahead and turn it on. Where is it? There it is, snap. You want to make sure it snaps in place so you don't have to line it up by eye. It should automatically magnetically click over there. Okay, so this is the, let's relabel this to upper right panel. And actually, you know what? This is upper panel left. This is nitpicky, but it might help us a little bit. Upper left panel instead of the other way around. Okay, let's make sure that's right. Yep, okay. Now click on the upper right again, and we're going to use that same copy trick. So Command, Option, and then dragging it down. It should sort of click in there, snap in there. Okay, let's call this one lower right panel. And do it one more time. Move this dude over there. And that would be the lower right panel. Clearly my direction's off. You can tell I'm a little sick. So this would be lower left. Hopefully you're a little ahead of me on this. Lower left. There we go. And there we go. Okay. And I'm going to put these in order from top to bottom just so it makes a little more sense. So drag that down there. Drag that down there. How are we doing? Is this right? Nope, it's not. upper left panel top. There we go. Upper left, upper right, lower left, lower right. There we go. That didn't take too long. All right, so now we're going to get into the actual coloring of each of these panels. For the time being, let's just focus on one panel, the upper left-hand panel. So let's go ahead and turn all these other ones off so they're not distraction. Now, go ahead and turn the little caret thing so it opens up so we can see all of our layers. Let's start with our background because that'll set the tone for everything. So let's we want to change that to, we're going to change that to a pastel blue. And again, if you see that image on the blog, you'll see there, I think it's the upper left-hand corner on the Marilyn Monroe Warhol image, the real one. The background is it's kind of a pastelish blue. So we're on our background here. Make sure your background is selected. And this one's going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to just do a hue shift. So Command U for hue saturation. And we're going to change this hue to minus 160, saturation to minus 20, and lightness to plus 35. Okay, there we go. And now let's select the head layer here. And now here what we want to do is we're going to shift those colors. Let's zoom in so we can actually see what we're doing here. Make it full frame there. Okay. Now we want to go into Image, Adjustments, and we want to do Replace Color. And what we want to do is we want to select with our eyedropper here. Select wherever you have pure hair. We're going to break this down to hair, skin, and lips. Yours may be different. On this one we have earrings and we did the eyes here. You may have a necklace, you may have a shirt. So just know that whatever you ended up coloring, this process is the same for you. So you'll just sample each section that you've created and color shift. So in this case, we're going to select the hair. Now this is similar to color range, this panel, in that you can change the fuzziness. I don't know if you can see here, but do you see how like part of the face is selected? See how it's kind of lighter than the background? We want to make sure just the hair is selected. So we want to change the fuzziness, push it down so it's just the hair selected. And I'm going to go like, say, right about, say about there. Okay, and we want to shift those to like a golden yellow. So in this case, if I'm not mistaken, we'll get to a golden yellow by going plus 15. Yep, pretty good. Okay, that's good. Again, this is based on that real Warhol image of Marilyn Monroe. So we'll click OK on that. That's all we had to do for the hair. On this image, yours might be different again if you colored it a different color. So just know that you move colors around with the hue slider. We'll see that again here when we do, let's do the skin next. So Image, Adjustments, Replace Color, and I'm going to select in an area here. Again, see it selected the lips a little bit. We want to back that off so it's just the skin we're selecting. Okay, down in hue, saturation, and lightness, this is where you're going to alter your colors. Whoops, this is still selected. There we go. Okay, so again, down here, this is where you actually change colors around. So in this case, we are going to shift the skin to, we're going to make this minus 50. This one's going to be minus 25. And this is 45. Okay, and it's like a pink. It's like a kind of a washed out pink. This is the part where we start getting into a little more challenging colors, where this one's not too crazy, but the next one's going to be super crazy. So, so click OK there. Let's do the same for the lips. So same process. Where to go? Image, Adjustments, Replace Color, select the lips. Okay, looks like they have the earrings selected a little bit too. Click OK. Or actually, we don't click OK. We want to change the color first. So let's change the color on that one too. Let's leave the hue the same. Let's change the saturation to 40 and the lightness to minus 25. There we go. So it's like a kind of almost like a drab, dark red, or it's that color, whatever color that is. So click OK. And I'm going to match the eyes and the earrings to the hair in this case. Obviously on yours, do whatever sounds interesting to you. So I'm just going to do these real quick. Replace color, we'll select that. And I want to push it to the color, this color there. So let's go. Yeah, good enough. And we're going to do the same with the eyes. Place color. Eyes, let's see, that pushes them up, other direction. Yep, that's good. That'll do. Okay, so there we go. So that is our upper left-hand image. Okay, let's turn the little... oh, I want a quick note before we do that. The reason we went to such pains to isolate these damaged textures... here, let's turn the hair on and off, or the halftone on and off. Okay, we're looking for halftone degrade. So let's turn that off. Depending on your image, you might want to change that. You might want to, we have it set at 25%, but you might want to amp it up to 50%, or you might want to take it down to, 10% if you don't like it all that much. That's why I set up the tutorial this way, so that you could have total control over the damage created in your image. And if you look at different Warhols, some are really damaged. Particularly, there's like several panels. Warhol went on a stint where he was doing sort of like car wrecks and kind of crazy stuff like that. And some of the screens in there are really damaged. So I picked somewhere in between where there was some damage but not trashed. But this is really up to you. If you want to go totally crazy punk rock on it, go for it. And the way you would do this is obviously you just crank up this layer. And you could even crush it. And I'll show you really quickly how to do that. Just Command L and just go boom, boom, and just push it around like that. And you can really chew it up. And that's kind of cool there too. So really, it's up to you depending on how far you want to take the image. So, all right, so let's take that back down to where it originally was, 25%. And click on this, and let's go ahead and turn that, shut that layer up there so it's all just on the folder. Okay, and that should do it for that panel. If you have any questions regarding this or any other video, feel free to post in the comments section and I'll see if I can clarify. Also, if you have an idea or a style that you've always wanted to know how to do, drop me a line and we'll see if we can't put together a tutorial and solve your creative riddle. If this tutorial has piqued your interest in Andy Warhol, the pop art movement, or modern art, click the link below to our blog and continue your investigation into one of the most culturally influential artists of the late 20th century.